I have no concept of time. Hi. Hello. I have no concept of time. My toast still isn't done, but that's okay. I decided that today is a soda day. I'm having my soda, and then I have cheese and crackers. And then at some point, I'm gonna go check on my toast so it doesn't burn. Sorry to make you guys wait, but you know, it's fine. Probably Void Gang. Void Gang? What's Void Gang, Matthew? I don't know what Void Gang is. I've never said Void Gang ever in my entire living life. Never ever said that ever. Yes. Yeah. Very my living life. It's meant to say VOD Gang. No. We usually so what's it called? No, we never say VOD Gang. No. We say Abyss Gang. No, birthday's not a one. Certainly not mine. Hey, happy birthday! If I don't see you in a few days, happy birthday, and I hope it's wonderful, and I hope it's delicious and snazzy. But hi, everybody. Oh, you mean? How are we doing today? Before we today we're talking about more mythology. I'm really excited. I love talking about random shit, so like doing these discussions with you guys is really, really fun. I'm very excited about it. As you can see below, today we're talking about Hades, who's the Greek god of the underworld. I don't know how to say his name. I think it's pretty much also pronounced Hades. I actually don't know how to say it in Roman, but yeah. I like the emo god. Pluto? I mean, yeah, I know it's Pluto, but like, isn't it also pronounced? No, wait, that's still Greek. Hold on. I'm stupid. Sorry, I'm still waking up, you guys. I went to bed really late because I was working on stuff because I'm trying to get ahead. And so I went to bed really, really late. I've been awake for about 45 minutes. So give me a second. But anyway, I wouldn't say that I'm like crazy about Hades. We talked about it last time. My favorite Greek god is Athena. Love Athena. I think she's so fucking cool. But to sorry, I'm trying to shove cheese and crackers in my mouth so that way they can go away so I don't munch on them while I'm talking. But to give you guys an idea of who Hades is, if you don't already know who Hades is like the god of the dead, underworld, whatever. Basically, he was also like the god of like, I guess like fertile earth. I don't think that's super relevant though. Hephaestus, my goat. I do have a soft spot for Hephaestus. You're so real for that. That's super fair. Hephaestus is really good. If we get through Hades, because last time we talked about 4 Greek gods, so maybe we'll talk about Hephaestus later. I have no strong opinions on Athena. I love Athena. I think she's so cool because like, like, even though, like, and because we talked about Arachne last time, using Arachne as an example, even though she's a god, she still usually tends to play fair, which I really enjoy. Even if she gets really, like, pissed off or petty, she still tends to play fair, which I really enjoy. And also, she was born from, like, Zeus's forehead, which is fucking sick. Like, literally, like, because, like, it was very, like, because, like, so if you don't know if anyone doesn't know who Athena is the goddess of, like, wisdom and, like, strategy. And, so, like, what's it called? And she's very, like, I don't need anybody because she's so independent. It's, like, also kind of a problem, but she's super cool. Love her. Anyway. But yeah, so anyway. Hades was the god of the dead. Basically, he, what's the word? Basically, I think it was, like, with the dead, he gave them, like, a right, like, give dead people the right to, like, a proper burial or something like that. And then, he was also, like, the god of, like a fertile earth or something like that. And, like, when I say fertile earth, I mean, like, it could also apply to, like, wealth in, like, no, not wealth, like a fruitful harvest, or, like, when you go mining, you'll find a fuck ton of gold and silver and shit. Like, that was, like, also something he was a god of. Hades is the brother of Poseidon and Zeus. Poseidon is a god of the sea, and Zeus is Zeus. I only say Zeus is Zeus because last time we covered Zeus, basically shit talked him for, like, a couple of hours. So so if you want to hear me talk about Zeus, go check out that stream. And then and then Kronos basically ate them, all that kind of stuff. And then, like, they defeated Kronos, and then they split the worlds into 3 parts. Zeus got the sky, Poseidon got the ocean, and then Hades got the underworld, and then land, like, mortal land was, like, neutral ground where they all share. And then excuse me. And so, like, quick summary. Hades, like, basically, he really liked, he, like, really wanted a wife, basically. And so, like, because okay, to put it into perspective, Zeus randomly would go gallivanting to mortals and turning into things to fuck them. He turned into a bull. He turned into everything. Ate the sisters too, I think. Yes, but I'm just trying to simplify it because, like, I'm just trying to give a synopsis about Hades himself. And so, like, I don't think it's necessary to talk about the sisters unless we start talking about Kronos. But we're not talking about Kronos, you know. So what's it called? So Zeus was like, yo, you can have, like, what's it called? You can have my daughter, basically. And Hades was like, okay. And so he kidnapped Persephone, who is like the Greek goddess of, like, sorry, I have to burp. Like the goddess of like spring or something, or like agriculture, which kind of works. Because goddess, because Hades is also the god of like fertile earth, I've been calling it. And so she was kidnapped. What's it called? He was kidnapped, and because like he knew that she wouldn't want to get married and be trapped in the underworld forever. So that's why. And basically it's kind of like the reason why we think of it as like that's the reason why we have like winter, because when it gets cold and like the earth dies, Persephone is going to go visit her hubby. Like think of it that way. So like but like I will say, I'm pretty sure didn't Persephone love Hades? Like didn't she actually like love him? For anyone who's familiar with the story of like Persephone and Hades, like they actually loved each other, which could be like which is a lot to say because like Hera and Zeus didn't love each other really. It's just Hera was the like I mean, I don't know. Could you really say Zeus and Hera really were in love? I don't even know. Like I mean, like, you know, I also want to point this out, okay? Hera is the goddess of marriage, right? She should have married Hades. I'm just going to put that out there. Mans was loyal to the end. And she out here marrying Zeus, the guy who can't, like, keep his dick in his pants. You know what I mean? Like she would have had, you know, like, like she would have had a way better time. Persephone got tricked into it, and her mom Demeter was pissed, and Zeus had to go hash things out. It depends on the version of the story. So like, basically, like the version of the story that I'm the most familiar with is Hades was lonely, and also keep in mind that I'm also telling the story in like a really casual way. There's probably a lot more technical what's it called, language that I could be using that I'm choosing not to, because it's not as fun to tell a story that way. So anyway, but in the version that I'm familiar with, Hades was lonely. He was like, this shit sucks, and so he went to Zeus and was like, yo, give me a bride. And then he was like, yo, bet, I got you. And so like they were like, oh, Persephone, yo, you should marry Hades. And then she was like, nah, fam, I'm not into it. And then Hades was like, what the fuck? I'm literally the god of the underworld. Kidnapped her, and then she was pissed. And she fucking hated it. And but then she was like, okay, what's it called? Let me go visit my mom. At least, like at the very least, I want to go like hang out with my mom. And then Hades was like, okay, if you want to like go see your mom, you can go see your mom at this part of the year. And then this other part of the year, you have to come see me. So that way we can be in love and stuff. And so what's it called? then he was like, and then what's it called? Basically because he was like being nice to her, like because Hades was like genuinely like being like kind and like what's it called, like genuinely being kind and like nice and you know, in general like she was like, oh my god, hi, like that kind of stuff. So Greek myth, but Jersey Shore. No, I am not from Jersey. I not talk like the way I'm talking is very urban, but is definitely not Jersey. Like it's like I'm talking very urban, but it's not Jersey, trust. If anybody is from New Jersey, you can probably attest. But like basically, I guess like if we're gonna get into detail about it, what's it called? Like so Zeus, like, oh, also Zeus had to intervene because Demeter was not happy that her child was was abducted. And like what's it called? Basically, she just and like she started to like neglect the world. And she just wanted Persephone to come back and all that kind of stuff. And Zeus was like, oh my god, everything is dying. Come on, girl, get over it. And like as we know, Zeus sucks. So basically I don't trust Zeus to do absolutely anything. I trust the Zeus in the Disney movie to do things. I don't trust Zeus everywhere else. There's so many divisions of the story with varying degrees of morality. Yeah, and that's what I think it's fun. Like, I think it's fun to tell like a mishmash of all of it together. So like, I think it's enjoyable that way at least. But yeah, so Zeus sent Hermes, who was like, yo, tell Hades to release Persephone. And then like what's it called? Persephone was like, I would like to go see my mom. And then Hades was like, you know what? Okay. I love you. And I don't want to let you go. However, you see this pomegranate, I need you to eat this shit. Which, like, I get it, okay? Because I do this with you guys. So, like, Hades was like, oh my god, I have to make sure that she will always love me and pick me, right? Which I get it. I understand. And Persephone, she was like, oh my god, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten at any point whatsoever. We don't, like, I think it really depends. Like, some people say it's out of fear. Some people say it was because she's pissed. Which, like, you know, I'd be pissed too if I was abducted. And, like, what's it called? The thing is, the trick basically is if you eat food from the underworld, you are forever bound to the underworld. And so when Persephone eats the pomegranate, she is bound to the underworld. She has to come back. Or like basically she has to be in the underworld. But then Zeus was like, Mom. I'm pretty, like, if I recall correctly, Zeus went to his mom, Rhea, and was like, yo, Mom, Hades is in love with my kid. Can you, like, make him chill out, like, a little bit? Like, can you reason with him? Like, and so, like, Rhea was like, son, Hades, understand where Persephone is coming from. Like, just tell her, like, she can stay with her mom for part of the year. She loves her mom. And, like, if you love her, like, you gotta, like, you know, you gotta be, like, cool with the in-laws. Don't follow your brother's example. He fucked it up already. So, you know, it's fine. Some people, it depends on the version, but some people say, like, a third of the year. Some versions say 6 months of the year, which is what I was talking about earlier. Because, like, that's why we have fall and winter, because things are dying. And so, like, for like 6 months, honey, she can stay with you in the underworld. It doesn't mean she doesn't love you. She just wants to go see her mom. That's it. Just go let her see her mom. Also, oh, hi, Yumi, welcome in. Also, Robbie, we talked about Hera, what's it called? Last stream. She hates Hercules. Well, it's a complicated relationship because they do kind of make amends, but like barely. But oh, Ayumi, welcome in, everybody. So anyway, and so it was like a good middle ground, and Hades was like, fine, okay, I'll do it. And Demeter was like, this is fine, I'm okay with it. So that's why we have spring and summer. And basically, like, you know, when spring comes, Persephone went to go see her mom, and then when it's cold outside, she went to go see her hubby. And that's how we have the seasons. And as time went on, like over time, like yeah, that's because that's what it means. As like over time, through enough of this cycle, like Persephone does fall in love with Hades, and he treats her like an equal in the underworld. Like the empire that they build together, they rule it together as proper king and queen of the underworld. And so, like, a lot of people have been saying, not a lot of people, but like I've seen some different versions of like when she goes back home for spring, she's like a childish, bright-eyed girl of Demeter, which is like, you know, she's going back home to be the daughter of Demeter, and so that's why spring is so vibrant and you know, it's young and fun. And then when she goes back to the underworld, she's like this really powerful, like, fucking girl boss, hard ass queen of the dead. And to me, like, if you ignore the abduction part, it's very genuinely like a really sincere relationship out of all of mythology. You know, and like, if you take out like the abduction, kidnapping part, like because the thing is too, the abduction like wasn't, like it wasn't like he like cut her leg off and then made her and forced her to grow it back in the underworld or something. You know what I mean? But like, it's not like the word. This is, I mean, it's mythology, so it's pretty, I mean, like, abduction, pretty bad, right? And that's why I've never kidnapped you guys. You choose to be here. And so, you know, but like in comparison to, like, if we compare it to Zeus, since we talked about Zeus last time, Hades was a very loyal and very faithful husband. He never had another wife. He never slept with anybody else. As far as, yeah, at least as far as I know, there aren't really any accounts of like cheating, like, you know, infidelity, that kind of stuff. And even though he's the god of the dead, he was probably the least violent, you know, like in this scenario. Like, when did people synonymously associate Hades as a bad guy? When he was a villain in a Disney movie. Yeah, it's like in the yeah, exactly, in the grand scope of things, like Hades wasn't that bad. Like I will say that like he uh, so like okay, cuz like okay, so does everyone knows does anyone not know who Theseus is? Did him dirty. I can't say, I mean, like, I'm not gonna talk shit about the Hercules Disney movie. You guys can do that amongst yourselves. But I love the Disney Hercules movie. It's the reason why I got into mythology in the first place. Himbo from the maze. Sorry. Sorry. But so Theseus. I just love the I love thinking of, I mean, yeah, I guess Theseus is a himbo. Yeah, I guess so. I didn't think about that. But Theseus was a hero. Killed the Minotaur. And basically, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Theseus try to kidnap Persephone at some point? Like, am I misremembering it? The guy that got lost for 10 years. Sorry. I love Greek heroes because I don't think they're that cool. Because what, like, what's it called? Because I don't like, because like, I mean, like, a good example, like, if we're talking about like real funny like another good example is Achilles. You know, like Achilles died because of his ankles. They're so funny. I like like, and what's it called? You know, like, and then like Hercules, I can't remember why, but I'm pretty sure he died because of a tunic. I love how like wild these deaths are. Like You know, so the great buff guy with weak ankles. Yeah, Achilles. He died because of his ankles. Like my guy. That's why we call him Achilles heel, because he died because of because of his heel. So stupid. But anyway, but basically, also I'm pretty sure Hades trapped Theseus for trying to kidnap Persephone, which is kind of hypocritical. You know, died because a fly bit his Pegasus and he fell off. Yeah, exactly. See there. Hold on, let me put you guys on this side so I stop looking off screen. But yeah, so you see what I mean? The Greek hero, like some of these Greek heroes are so fucking whack. I love them. It's just like, I love them so much. They're so fucking funny. Ooh, excuse me. But basically Theseus was like, I'm gonna make Persephone my wife, and then tried to kidnap her. And Hades was like, yo, who the fuck do you think you are? That's my wife. And then trapped him. Which, like, I mean, like, I understand where Hades is coming from. Like, you tried to take my wife, but then also, like, it is a little hypocritical because you also kidnapped Persephone. What's with all the kidnapping? Honestly, it's in comparison, doggo, to like some other stuff, not that bad. Like it's not that bad. Like like Zeus turned into a bull for Europa. Zeus then turned into a bird to trick Hera into putting him into her boobs. Zeus also turned into a goose to seduce a Spartan queen. Zeus also decided to shapeshift into a woman to force himself onto Artemis. And like Zeus even, I'm pretty sure Zeus also has slept with Persephone, who is his daughter, by the way. And he only did it because she was like there. Like that's it. Like that, like there was no like reason for him to sleep with Persephone other than he was like, I'm horny. Like that's like legit. Mount Alabama, I mean kinda, cause like I mean Hades is Zeus's brother and is married to Persephone, and Persephone is Zeus's daughter, so like, you know. Yeah, I could talk shit about Zeus forever, but anyway, going back to Hades. But like in general, like there are good / like kind of neutral things that Hades did that you know, because like half the stories I know about Zorro, like more of the stories that I know of Zeus are just him fucking around. Like when does he do anything? But like Hades was in charge of the underworld, and he basically kept a good separation of the dead from mingling and like with like basically the world of the living. He also provided a right to a proper true burial and like funeral. He also created like a proper bureaucracy or like or government in the underworld, because like basically before Hades was around, bad people in the underworld would basically charge dead people, like charge them, so they could go to Elysium. So hold on, let me rephrase. Bad people could bribe, hold on, let me try to rephrase this. Hold on, my brain isn't working. So basically, okay, hold on, let me also explain. Elysium is basically a place where in Greek mythology, heroes and virtuous and good, truly good people, or if we're talking in Disney terms, a true hero, go when they die. So people could bribe their way in. And then if someone was well, they'll be well, we don't have another, we have to fill this space in Tartarus. An actual good, virtuous person could be sent to Tartarus. And if you're not familiar with Tartarus, Tartarus is, basically, this hellscape in Greek mythology. It's considered the deepest part of the world. If you've seen the movie Sinbad, and when I say Sinbad, I mean the animated movie, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. They talk about Tartarus. That movie has Brad Pitt and Michelle Pfeiffer and Catherine Zeta-Jones. One of my personal favorite movies ever. And Tartarus was also, basically, Kronos is in there. I'm pretty sure other Titans are in there. Yeah, basically people if you did shit, you were basically banned to Tartarus. So basically when Hades went into power, he caused the bribing to end and created more of a government system for the dead, to make sure that people were being genuinely judged by their deeds and their virtue. I know that this story has a catch. If you guys are familiar with the story of Orpheus and Eurydice, it has a catch. It has a catch, but if you think about it, none of the other gods would have done this. But basically, Orpheus went to the underworld to save Eurydice, and he let them leave, which as we've seen, he did the same thing with Persephone, where he lets her leave, but they have to come back. There's a catch, but at the same time, it does show that Hades does have some level of compassion, and some level of empathy. Close to the Hades in video games. Yeah. And I mean, in some regard too, I do think that him giving a catch to Orpheus and Eurydice does make sense, because he does also have to abide by his own, leadership, I guess. Because if he just lets them leave, everyone in the underworld is gonna just suddenly think they can leave, which is not necessarily a good thing, probably, for the underworld. So I think it made sense to do that. And wasn't it during one of Hercules' yeah, so basically he was super chill about Hercules taking Cerberus. Cerberus is the three-headed dog, to complete one of the 12 labors. Basically the 12 basically Hercules went to Hades and was yo, can I borrow Cerberus. And Hades was like, sure, as long as you like you can like make him obey you without the use of any weapons, and just make sure you like and basically was just like, make sure he comes back unharmed, make sure you feed him, give him water, because that is my dog, you know, so like you can borrow him, just make sure you take care of him and make sure he doesn't get hurt. Like that's literally that's it. And so like, you know, you know, like so yeah, super chill. Like I guess like sure, like yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. To me, I know that in like Greek mythology, there's also like a lot of there's a lot of different versions of stories, and there's a lot of different ways for these stories to be told. Like in some stories of Hades, like most people are miserable, but I also think that like you're dead, like yeah, you'd probably be miserable. So, doesn't that make Hercules the dog walker of Hades' dog? Oh my god! It does! Hold on, I'm putting my glasses on. We're cooking. It kind of is. He's just kind of like, okay, look. I know you're my nephew. So, I'm trusting you to take care of my dog. And when you come back, I will give you $20. Like, it's like that. Oh my god. That's so funny. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think the bad things that he has done are outweighed by like the decency that he has. Like he's not a great, like he's not good. Like I don't think any of the Greek the Greek gods, or I guess like mythological Greek Roman gods, are completely you know, they're like pure. I don't think that is a possibility at all whatsoever. But you know, out of all of them, like I think he's not bad. I still hold it up. I still like hold up that like I think Hera should have married Hades, but at the same, because like she could have what Persephone has, because Persephone gets to see her mom, like and then like although I have read some versions where like Persephone wanted to go see her mother, but then like in some but then like she was also happy to be away from her mother because her mom was kind of crazy. So I really think it really depends on the version. Least terrible god award goes to the chill uncle in the underworld. Dead ass. The way that I picture that in my head is like Hades with like a best uncle hat and like wearing like a flannel and holding up a fishing rod and going, okay, well, while you take Cerberus on a walk, I'm gonna go fishing, like that. And then afterwards I can take you to Chuck E. Cheese. Like it's like that. That's what it feels like. Hold on, my cats are fighting. Okay, I'm back. Okay, anyway. Since we're talking about also how Zeus is like kind of nuts. Also, I grabbed my toast, so if I start munching again, that's why. But like, you guys want to know some fun thing? So there is a god that like Zeus is kind of afraid of. And it's Nyx, because that's who else we're talking about. So hold on, let me eat this really quickly because I'm hungry. If you're not familiar with who Nyx is, Nyx is the god of the night, or like the physical embodiment of the night, the personification of night, whatever word that you want to use. And her parent is Chaos, and her sibling is Erebus, who is the like god of the dark, or the personification of the dark. That's why it's very not confusing. That's why it's very specific. Nyx is for the night, Erebus is for the dark. And what's it called? And then she has 2 kids with her brother, who and Hemera, who is the basically personification of like the daytime. And then Aether, which is like the personification of like the bright sky. Which is like why you say it that's why you say like, oh, I'm throwing something into the aether, that kind of thing. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm trying to eat at the same time. Nyx is scary, but Nyx is so fucking cool. Like, I will, like, she's so cool. Sorry, I'm like, oh man, you know, but to give a little basically background on Nyx. Nyx is like one of the basically considered one of the first beings to ever exist, right? Like, I personally, I just call them like ancient beings, or like the ancient ones. Cause sorry, I was trying to make sure my cat wasn't peeing on my shit. And then like basically she settles down with her brother, and they fuck around, and they have kids. But that's Nyx. No, I'm kidding. Even though it's like even though that is basically kind of true. But Nyx was like one of the only gods, if not the only god, to make people like like really scared. Like, she was genuinely feared amongst gods and like mortals, and and then like cause like her kids, they were created from the night. Like, she was like revered, and also like revered and feared. There you go. Revered and feared, basically. But yeah, like, so like the other Gaia, and who else? like Gaia, like Thesis, Eros, Oceanus, like, you know, all the, I'm not gonna go through all the primordial gods, there's 12 of them, but you know, like, basically they like ruled the ow, I just smacked myself, like they basically like ruled the cosmos, until like the until the 12 titans rolled up, basically, and she's also, I'm pretty sure she's also the mom to like Thanatos and like Hypnos. Thanatos is like peaceful death, and then Hypnos is sleep. Nyx is like also considered to be really beautiful, but also really scary, which I think is really fun. And yeah, she has a bunch of kids. Yeah. But like the kids that she has with her brother are Hemera and, oh shit. What did I say her brother's name was? Why do I suddenly not remember? Hold on. I just said it. Aether. Aether. No, so Erebus is Nyx's brother. Hemera, and then Erebus and Nyx had kids, and their kids are Aether and Hemera. But Nyx has a lot of kids. Nyx has a lot of kids. And so she has oh god. She has a lot of kids. I'm trying to remember. She is like, so she is the mother of Hypnos, Thanatos, Aether, Mara. She was also the mother of the personification of old people. No, old age, something like that. I don't remember their names, so if you know what it is, let me know. She also was the mother of the Greek personification of doom. Moros. She also had Eris, who, if you've seen Sinbad, Legends of the Seven Seas, Eris is hot. She's also the mother of Nemesis. And Apate and Philites. She had another daughter who was the goddess of like misery and like suffering. Yeah, I loved Eris in that movie. She's the Greek goddess of like discord. I only remember that because of the movie. Nemesis was the goddess of retribution. Those two. Yeah, I don't remember actually. Is it? But yeah, she had a lot of kids. I only remember a small handful of them. But like basically they hung out in the underworld. Like so like Nyx and Himera would hang out in the underworld, and so when it was daytime, Himera would go outside, and then Nyx would go hang out downstairs, and then Nyx would go up, and then Himera would come downstairs, like that kind of thing. It's like going up and down the stairs of the basement, that kind of thing. So like Nyx is like I said, she's like the most feared goddess ever, or personification ever. Basically she was the kind of girl that like if a god went up to her and saw that she was about to like fuck shit up, like they'd be like let's say like they'd be like, someone would be like, oh, can you do me a favor, I need you to talk to Nyx, and so they'd be like, nope, and then they'd walk away, not even question it. They'd be like, nope, just nope right out. Because like what's it called, she was like literally like she was the mother of like a bunch of shit that you don't want to have to deal with. Suffering, discord, like all that shit, you don't want to fuck with that. And then like not only that, she's the daughter of chaos, you don't want to fuck with that either. And then she's also the goddess of the night. She gonna fuck your shit up. I stuck with this because when I was in high school, I had to read the Iliad and the Odyssey for class, and Nyx was described as like what's the words? It's like power over gods and men. Zeus is like scared of Nyx. Like she's one of the only things that Zeus is afraid of, because normally he's like jorking it, and like he's like, nah. I can't even no. Like, and he's just like, nah. And so like she is the only goddess that Zeus is afraid of, that people have seen in writing. Intimidation of goth mommy. Yeah, literally. Like if you think of it this way, it's like if you think of a bunch of high schoolers, right? Zeus is like, normally he's like, oh man, I'm gonna jork it over here in the bathroom, and then he because he saw like a hot girl in gym class, and then the hot goth mommy, she's really tall and she's got like fishnets, and like she's one of those goth girls from Hot Topic. He's like, I can't jork it anymore, my boner is gone. Like it's like that. Cause like what's it called? Cause like Zeus doesn't fear shit, but he's scared of Nyx. Cause fuck that. Like legit. Cause like even Hera, I'll admit she's kind of scary. Like you don't want to piss her off because she is a very vengeful god and she doesn't give a fuck. Which I also love Hera. She doesn't give a fuck about anything. And so like, because like I said, like all of her kids are like the embodiment of of like shit you really don't want to fuck with, you know, like because like you like her like she's like, you know, like the god of like her son, the god of sleep, the god of death. You've got like the goddess of like discord. You've got like the god of misery and suffering, the personification of like deception. Like you want that shit. You want that shit coming after you, and then she's the child of chaos too. You want that shit coming after you. Like, you know what I mean? Like Do you want that at your house? No. He was also kind of scared of Typhon. I was talking about goddesses. Like, Nyx is the only goddess on record that Zeus is like afraid of, because like he's not afraid of Hera, but Nyx is like, I think, the only one on record afraid of that Zeus is afraid of. I mean, that people are, that I'm aware of, at least. So like, because Zeus doesn't care. Which, like, he was just kind of like, that's my wife, she's just mad, don't worry about it. Like, it's very that. Because, like, what's it called? If I recall, there's like a telling of where Hera reaches out to Hypnos and is like, yo, put Zeus to sleep. But then like he was unable to put like Zeus into a sleep. And the only reason why Hypnos didn't die by Zeus is because Hypnos was like, yo, I'm gonna go to my mom's house. You know? So, like, because, like, she really is, like, she's got hella power. And so, you know, like, since we're talking about Hades and Nyx, if we're talking about Greek mythology, Hades rules over the underworld, which is where Nyx and all her kids live. And since they're like underworld, I don't know, citizens, they obviously follow like the government that Hades puts up. And she works with Hades, if I recall. So like basically she'll like, her thing was like she would develop the world in like a fog, which would allow her kids to go run off and like cause some chaos. And so since her kids were like connected to like death and you know, people dying, it worked out for Hades because it kept his business running. Although in some Roman tellings it says like that they were in love. I don't listen to that. I honestly I am more familiar with a lot more Greek tellings than I am Roman tellings on Nyx and Hades. So I'm not super confident about like the Roman tellings of that. But you know, that exists. So if you want to Google that, have fun. So what's it called? Basically, she in Greek telling, if I recall correctly, she fell in love with Erebus, her brother, who was also a primordial god, and he was the personification of darkness, and basically they were this like wonderful duo that would like bring darkness and night to the world. And yeah, so basically they settled down and they had a bunch of kids. Her brother. So, you know, what are your thoughts of Misperian? Um, okay, so people know who Misperian is. Misperian is like the daughter of Hades and the goddess of punishment and torture. She was born to Persephone and Hades, and was born the first time Persephone left to go see her mom. And Misperian apparently, like, I've seen a little bit where like, okay, so hold on, this one's confusing. So Misperian when Persephone would left, he would think about having a child with Persephone, and and so like he imagined their daughter so well that she became real. So like 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 people say that she was more beautiful than Aphrodite, and Aphrodite didn't like that, obviously. So Aphrodite got upset, and then Aphrodite went to the underworld, and she I think she like burned her face. She just wished really, yeah, that's basically what happened. Like, basically he was like, I miss my wife, I can't believe she's gone, our child would look like this, she would be so pretty and I would love it so much. And then the vision would disappear in his mind. And then after a few weeks, what's it called? After a few weeks, he hadn't heard from Persephone, so he got really sad. And then in his brain, he went to go visit his daughter. And instead of like disappear, but this time like his vision didn't disappear, like in his mind, the imagination very clearly stayed. And instead of disappearing, she sat next to him and was alive. That's like the story of Vesperian. But yeah, she was so beautiful, and Aphrodite didn't like it. I think Aphrodite was also shocked by how beautiful she was, and she basically gave her a comb, and she caught on fire, and so to make her not real. But also Misperian, what's it called? Yeah, I was about to say, there's a twist to the story. And so it burned her face off, and then everybody closed their eyes and they blinked 4 times. And everyone realized that Misperian wasn't real. No, she's not a real Greek goddess. So if you guys don't know who Mysperian is, if you go, if you go on Tumblr, if you go on Tumblr, there's like, I don't remember. Someone like wrote this story of Mysperian, which is like a fake Greek goddess, who is like the goddess of, it's like legit a long thing, and I remember seeing it. That's why when you said it, I was like, oh my god, I know exactly what you're talking about. And basically it's just like a Tumblr user made up the story of Mysperian. And yeah. like that's it. She's just not real. She doesn't exist. She's not the child. She's not a child of Hades. You know. So, you know. But because I don't think Hades and Persephone did have any kids together. Believe me when I say I'm a Tumblr veteran, I've also been on Tumblr for a very long time, or I was a long time ago. But as far as I'm aware, Persephone and Hades didn't have any kids. It is sometimes, like, the thing is, like, for example, like Dionysus, some people say it's Hades and Persephone, but like Zeus and Persephone had kids. You know, cause Persephone has like Zagreus, you know, like Zagreus and Zeus birthed what's your name? No, not Zagreus and Zeus. Persephone and Zeus. Holy shit, my brain is melting. I was like, wait, that's not right. I mean, it could be. Who knows? If you want to hear about Hades' kids, you have to play the video game. Yeah! Play it! Play Hades! I still have to play Hades, too. I didn't end up playing it because at the time, my hands were hurting really bad. So... but yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, like, the story of Zeus, Hades and Persephone's kids is complicated. So, anyway, back to Nyx. Actually, no, I think we covered everything for Nyx. Because she was like considered like a chthonic deity, like, so, you know, if people had to worship her, it'd be like burning shit, which is, you know, I kind of think is cool. Hold on, I'm gonna Google all of her kids. Wait, Nyx list of children, Greek mythology. Jesus Christ, hold on. Let's see. Children of Nyx in Greek mythology. Nyx is named as a protogenois. Two of her children were also that. Aether and Hemera. Strangely, the Aether and Hemera were not dark deities. Okay, we talked about them already. More children of Nyx in Greek mythology. Okay. Subsequent children of Nyx were not considered to be progeny, but these offspring included many famous deities. Hestia would not name a father of his children, although later writers assumed that they were all born from the mating of Nyx with Erebus. Okay. Buckle in, everybody! Pretty sure Dionysus is Zagreus. And yeah, but some people, but Rain, some people say, some writings say that it could have been Hades and Persephone. I usually stick with Zeus and Persephone, because like the story is based because like Demeter put Persephone got put in a cave. And then Zeus was like, I'm in love with you, have my baby, and like turned into a snake. It like basically did that, you know what I mean? Okay. You know, so okay. Nyx was said to be the mother of 1,000 sons named the Oneiroi, the Greek gods of dreams who would work hand in hand with Hypnos. Every night, they would emerge from the underworld and enter the thoughts of sleeping mortals. It would depend upon which exit from the underworld that they would leave through as to which type of dream the mortal would have, a pleasant one or a nightmare. Okay, interesting. That's actually really cool. Yeah, that's like the Greek version of like what's it called? The Greek version of Mr. Sandman. To trick women? No, it's not that, like, it's more in the sense of like, it's so Raiden. I wanted to avoid using the R word, but basically Zeus spent more. It wasn't that the girls were freaky, it's that they were forced into sexual relations unwillingly and non-consensually. So it's not necessarily that they were freaky, it was just that they were being tricked and being used as a toy and a plaything in a non-consensual or happy way. So I hope that clears that up. So anyway, next one, the Keris, which it carries, or Kiri is, alongside the 1,000 sons, Nyx was also mother to the group of 1,000 daughters. The Keris, they were goddesses of violent and cruel deaths. Yo, can we talk about how some of these goddesses, they're pretty metal, like violent and like goddesses of violent and cruel deaths, and then like the goddess of strife and discord, the goddess of misery and suffering. Like the god, like that, like these women are metal. I just saw this and it's stupid, but Hades rhymes with 80s. I'm sorry. Hey, you know what? I take it. It's really funny. I appreciate you sharing. Yeah, it is specific. The goddesses of violent and cruel deaths. That's crazy. I love that. I want to be that metal. Like, you guys would still love me if I ripped your, like, hearts out and had it beat inside my hand, right? That enhances your appeal? Okay, good. Like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am slowly like adding more bloody and menheta things to my model and my general aesthetic. And sometimes I get, because like the ideas I have in my head are kind of intense, and so I'm like, oh man, maybe this one's too far, maybe this one's too far, and so I need to make so I'm like, nah. So anyway, the Kyries were often found upon battlefields or where epidemics had broken, fighting over the souls of the deceased. Entertaining her Viking arc? No, I'm not a Viking. I'm just a romantic. I think it's very romantic to be able to rip your heart out and have it beat in my hand and flutter like a bird. And then the Morai. One smaller group of children for Nyx with Morai, the Fates. Oh, the Fates. So Nyx had the Yo, that's kind of crazy. Okay, so Nyx also had Atropo, Clotho, and Lachesis. And working with the life of the thread of mortals would plan out the lives of each from cradle to the grave. Holy shit. Yo, Nyx is so fucking cool. Also in the video game, if you guys played Hades, she's so pretty. She's so attractive. I love her so much. She's genuinely so cool. If you've never played the games, I really think you should. She's just really pretty. She's so fucking cool. And then basically if you this is what's it called, this is random, but if you've played Hades and you haven't done this yet, you can actually reunite Chaos and Chaos and Nyx, because since Hades is pretty much a lot of like people with like unfinished business, so basically you can like help with this like rift between Chaos and Nyx. What you have to do, so you have to meet Chaos, and you have to go through the Chaos Gate, and they're kind of random, but like they're like a giant hole in the floor with like purple ooze coming out of the hole, and basically what you have to do is like you have to Hades is one of those games where you have to play it over and over. Like you have to keep doing a bunch of different runs in order to learn more about the characters. But once you learn that Chaos is like obviously Nyx's parent, and then you learn that for Zagreus, we're talking about Hades, the video game, by the way. When you learn that Nyx is Zagreus's like surrogate mom, you have to talk to Nyx, and basically if you give her, you have to basically give her all of like that nectar and stuff, and then you get every time you get closer to Nyx, Nyx will be like Nick, like she was like Chaos gave birth, like created her at like the beginning of time, and there was like a thing that basically caused them to drift apart, and so Nyx became like really solitary, and like she became really focused on caring for like all of her 8,000 billion gajillion children, because that pussy poppin'. Anyway. And she hasn't spoken to Chaos in like a millennia, and so and then the next time you see Chaos will confirm that this is what happens, and Chaos will then express like guilt for putting too much pressure on Nyx, and will be like, I wish I could see Nyx again. And so like you have to restore the eldest sigil, and because Nyx will be like, like Chaos is trying to talk to me, and Zagreus will be like, no, do it, go do it, it will be really good for you. And I just remembered hold on, I forgot to take, is it in here? Crap. I I don't know where my allergy med is. My nose is starting to act up. I might just have to buy more. And then once you give her like 6 nectar, Nyx will be like, okay, fine, I'll do it. I don't remember how much darkness, like those purple things you need to get the sigil, but like it's worth it. I think it's cute. And then once you let them reconnect, it's really cute. Like sometimes they'll hang out. It's really cute. I really like it. Anyway, I love Hades, in case you didn't know that. Actually, I feel like a lot of you didn't know that, because I've never really played it on stream. So a long time ago, like before I got my job, I used to stream Hades every Tuesday. Every Tuesday or Thursday, I would get really drunk and I'd play Hades, because I play Hades better when I'm drunk for some reason. Don't know why. But I love that game. I think it's an incredible game. I think everyone should play it. Yeah, I used to play it like every Tuesday, every Thursday, and do drunk Hades. It's super great. But yeah, super fun. Continues that trend. I still have to try it. It's just like I'm so busy right now, and when the game came out, I had the free time, but now my hands were hurting at the time, so I couldn't play. So Drunk Hades 2 stream when? Maybe. Got a lot of stuff that I gotta do first. Actually, what I think I want to do is I want to try to get at least 2 more endings and slay the princess before we venture into a different game. Because right now we're kind of what's it called? We're kind of playing Fields. The other game we're playing right now is Fields of Mystria, and there isn't really like a lot of like what's the word? There isn't really a lot of like there isn't like an end to it. Also, if you haven't, please consider liking the stream. It helps me out a ton. Anyway, let's see. Nyx also had the goddesses of evening and sunset. And then she had Hypnos, Thanatos, Garrus, Momus, and Moros, Eris, Nemesis, Apate, Oasis, Philotes, Oranos, Hecate, the Erinyes, Deimos, Ponos, Styx, Aros, Dolos, Euphrosyne, Elios, Sophrosyne, Epiphron, there were also many malevolent daemons talked of antiquity, and these daemons often did not have any specific parentage, but because of the dark nature of them, were considered children of Nyx, including the likes of Anidea, Epioles, Achilles, the Arai, Elastor, Aporia, the Manii, I don't know how to say that one. Eurynomos and the Nosui. Dang, she had so many kids. That's wild. I love that for her. You go, girl. Yeah, she was also an adopting mother. She like adopted many. So, I don't know. I personally think a lot of like the quote unquote darker gods and goddesses are like always infinitely cooler than some of like I mean like in terms of like I don't know, I think that they were maybe like the most chill, I guess, and usually the most reasonable, at least to me. And so like yeah, I don't know. It's just like the more chaotic and the darker that they are, it's like the more like reasonable and like chill they are. Whereas like the like the gods on Mount Olympus are fucking crazy. You know? You need a school bus? No, that's not even big enough. That's not even big enough. There's no way. Like, I'm surprised, like, you know, on Mount Olympus, like, you know, it's not in flames, you know? Actually, it probably could be set in flames, you know? But, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't have anything bad to say about Nyx, and I don't have anything bad to say about Hades, other than, like, Hades, like, Hades kind of, he got, like, some shady things. They just want to be home, and, yeah, they work the 9 to 5, and then they come home. Like, that's kind of it. You know, because, like, I mean, we can talk about Karen. I mean, Karen was the underworld ferryman. And, like, and then the dead would have to, like, pay money to Karen. Otherwise, they would have to wander the shores of the underworld forever. Like, or not forever, but like 100 years. But, like, yeah, like the only bad thing I can probably say is like the Theseus thing and then kidnapping Persephone. I mean, like in general, the Greeks did not, if I recall, they don't say the name Hades because it's like bad. It's like saying Voldemort. So it would call him like Pluton or Plauton or something like that. Hades would get pissed off. People would try to cheat death. Oh my god, wait, hold on. Hades cheated once. Cuz that's how he cheated once. And like he had like a mistress named Minth, or like she was like a former lover or something like that, and she was like, I'm so beautiful, the god of the underworld will love me again. And either Persephone turned her into mint, like the plant, or to save her from being fucking destroyed, Hades turned her into a mint plant. Because like although admittedly, Persephone, I think Persephone was probably more wild than Hades was, because like if someone showed even the slightest interest in Hades, Persephone was like, fuck this, and would like kill them before they could even get to Hades. Hi, Thunder. How are you? Um, and it depends also again on the myth. Um, where like she was tricked by Zeus. She has kids with Zeus. All this stuff while she's in the real world. Um, not the real world, but like, you know, when she's around Demeter. And so like as far as I'm aware, Hades didn't really cheat. Because I'm pretty sure Minth was a former mistress or a former like lover or whatever. I'm pretty sure. And so, but like again, depending on the myth, like Persephone has probably done more than has done more than Hades did to her. But that being said, she also killed everybody before they could even get to him. So, because Persephone, if I recall, Persephone like would unknowingly cheat on Hades with Zeus, but then didn't she sleep with Adonis? Like, like I'm pretty sure the only person that I'm trying to think. I think the only person that Persephone cheated on Hades with was Adonis. Um uh so like I don't know. I think it's a lot. It really depends on the telling, but you know, there's a lot of different versions of it. Cause like even like if I think about it now, like isn't there a version of the story where Hades and Minth were in love, but they were really shit to each other, and in that version of the story, Hades went to Zeus like, "Yo, I just want a good girl," and like, uh. And then like that's when and that's when it came into play where Persephone came in. And so it was like a way to get away from each other because Hades was like, "Yo, I want to be with you," and stuff. And then I think Pirithous, yep. Yeah, Pirithous also wanted to marry Persephone. Like I think the beginnings of their relationship were very like, I guess, what's it called? Because it's Pirithous and Theseus that were like, "We're going to marry the daughters of Zeus," blah, blah, blah. And I think Pirithous and Theseus both wanted Persephone. But I know that Theseus tried to kidnap Persephone, and that did not go well. But yeah, if I recall, it really depends. Like, there's so many different ways to tell it. So, if you guys ever Google the stories, like stuff about mythology, just pick the story that you want to believe. Pick the thing that you think is like the funniest. Pick the thing that you want to get your grubby little paws on. Like I always like the story. Like I always like the version of the story where like Hades and Persephone are like the healthiest relationship in all of mythology, which like they kind of are. You know, because like because I mean it does ignore like Zeus
and Persephone having kids, kind of. But like, I also interpret that more in like she was being taken advantage of, because you know, Persephone is her father, who is also her uncle. Or no, Zeus is Persephone's father, who is also her uncle and also her brother-in-law. So, because some myths also, if I recall, like Zeus had sex with his mother, sexually like, took advantage of his mother. And then and then his mom had Corey, and then Corey. I keep saying like Japanese pronunciations. And then went to it was like basically like changed to Demeter, and then Demeter didn't want to keep the baby, so Zeus had to take care of Persephone so she wouldn't die. So it's like it depends on like the versions of the story. It really depends on the versions of the story. So like, you know, because like Persephone was really popular, if I recall too, because like she goddess of the underworld, like, death, the life changing of the seasons, she was kind of wish-washy, but like Hades was always really straightforward from what I remember. Like he was just like a working 9 to 5 kind of guy, and like you didn't have to worry about Hades in the same way you would have to worry about Zeus, because like Hades wasn't going to turn your daughter into a tree because you wouldn't have sex with her, like, or sex with him, like that kind of thing. And like, because he like stayed in his lane, like his job was to keep people who died in the underworld and like keep them there, and that's what he did. And if you wanted to like cheat the rules, you went to his wife, and then she would try to persuade Hades, which she did, like for example with Orpheus. Because I feel like a lot of the time, at least in modern media, people tend to always make Hades this antagonistic dude, and then they forget that Persephone exists. I think people are only recently starting to remember that Persephone exists if they started playing like games that involve Greek mythology, especially Hades. Like, you hear everything about Zeus, you hear everything about like all of the gods on Mount Olympus. And so like I think a lot of the reason is too, like, as you go through history, a lot of like, what's the word, as history went on, like you go from like ancient Greece to like the Renaissance era in Europe, like there was a massive difference. And like as time changes, um you know people's morals, like, I guess, what's the word, morals change, I think. And what's acceptable changes. And sometimes as time goes on, they want to cover up certain things. Like a hero could have done really good things, but like might have been like a really shit dude. Like for example, the reason why Hercules is such a big deal is because he like felt remorse, like one of the few heroes that felt remorse, and you know and So like, and also when you try to put it into mythology or like into more simplified terms, Zeus is the king of the gods and like Olympus in the sky, and that's where like the sun is, and that's where this, and like the sky is blue and bright, and usually that's what you associate good with. And then Hades being the king of the underworld and like ruler of like dead people, you know, you associate the darkness with bad, and so it also has to do with general associations, I think. And what did I just click? What is this? Oh, sorry, I was like I touched my OBS because I was trying to move my chat and I couldn't see. I love how they portrayed Hades in the game, hostile outwards but caring father and nice dude. Yeah. I love the Hades games. Yeah, and now that I think we know that Greek mythology has at least a few people that were much metal, and then him, he's not near as bad. Yeah. People don't like to think about death much, too, reels. Which why it gets all that bad rep. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those people. I don't like to think about death all that much. But, you know, because it, like, fucks me up. But, I think a lot of it also has to do with, like, a lot of what's associated with what is good and what is bad and just general imagery. Because like even if you take away like thinking about like, because like you, even if you don't like to think about death, you can still associate light and dark with good and bad very easily just as an image on its own. Like and also like when you go like I was talking about with like the Renaissance era, like Renaissance artists would also include like Greek mythology in their work to tell stories. However, like some of these, like some of the morals of ancient Greece were not the same as the Renaissance era. So like you're looking at like stories and paintings being adapted to fit the time period and the stories that are being told and the morals that they have at that time. So like, you know, a lot of the original Greek stories in Renaissance are being like nerfed. Like, and because it's kind of like also a game of telephone in a way as well, which is why there's so many different tellings of the stories, is because like in every, you know, everything like this, it's, you know, when it's something that's passed down through generations and generations of people, you know, a story will get misremembered or something will get recycled and misremembered, things will get slightly changed, you know, and so like what's it called, it's just like that's, I think that's also something that people need to take into account when thinking about like whether or not but like why Hades is considered such an antagonistic dude. They told most of these stories orally too, so things were lost. Yeah, exactly. So like it really is a game of telephone. And because you have to really accommodate for like what is available during that time period. You know, hi, welcome in. And so you know, like, cause it like going back to it, like some tellings say Hades has his own kids. But it really depends. Really depends. Like Melanoi, is like, people say that is Hades' kid, but a lot of the time is also told as Zeus's kid. So you'll see in a lot of writing, at least if you do some research online, some people will write Zeus/Hades and Persephone. You know, and like I mentioned this earlier, like Hades is a god of also fertile earth. A lot of people don't know that either. Aphrodite was supposedly a goddess brought to Greek and it was originally a war goddess, but lost that coming in. Yeah, like what's it called? Aphrodite. We talked about this the last mythology discussion we did, but she is a goddess of love and fertility, and also sometimes marriage. However, she was also considered a goddess of war, especially in like Sparta and Thebes. You know? Ayame, welcome in. And so from OSP. What's OSP? But yeah, so it's really cool. And it's like it's very much like something that you have to consider when talking about it. Or not talking about it, like you have to consider the amount of like overly sarcastic productions. I have no idea what that is. Overly sarcastic productions. What is this? They make Greek mythology and literature animations. Huh. I do not have the I do not have the attention span to consume it, but that's cool though. I love that. We're overly sarcastic productions. 2-person team YouTube channel specializing in making the unfunny funny and the uninteresting interesting. I can hardly believe you don't know them. Considering that I didn't even know who like MatPat was or like Germa is, or was until like maybe like until like MatPat retired, and then I didn't know who Germa was until like 2 days ago. I don't think it's that surprising. I find it more surprising that you guys think it's surprising that I don't know who these people are. I mean, at the same time, though, I'm assuming a lot of you guys are new. So, if you don't know me that well, I don't really consume, I don't really consume a lot of the internet. I'm very much like your typical I sometimes know things. Yeah. Like anything that I know is because I actively sought it out in terms of knowledge myself. I don't really consume a lot of media. Like if you ask me, oh wait, someone asked me about a meme the other day and I had to, and I like legit don't, hold on. Well, now you have a channel recommendation. You're welcome. Thank you. I will not take your recommendation because I don't have time and I don't usually consume a lot of media. So I don't consume a lot of media unless I want to. But thank you for the thought. You know what? Respect for not consuming everything on the internet. Yeah, I just like I don't know. I just like I don't have a lot of interest in anything that is not, I guess, something that I want to stumble into on my own. Like if I want a new skill, I go learn, like I go practice the new skill, or I don't know, it's the autism. You know, so like it's just kind of yeah. I don't do anything I don't want to do. I don't learn anything I don't want to do. I don't watch anything I don't want to watch. If I don't want to like, it's very much like
it used to be a joke, but I don't consume memes because I don't like popular meme culture at this current time. Like anything I don't want to do, I don't do it. Like I do what I want. Like it's why I don't give into peer pressure really well, like at all actually, cuz I don't care. I legit don't give a shit. Like if I give into peer pressure or I welcome peer pressure, it's because I want someone to enable me and I just want someone to push me in that direction. And that means I want to be peer pressured. But if I just don't care, if I just don't want to be, then I just say no. Like I just don't care. You know, she also avoided essays and such by doing videos instead of school. Yeah, I didn't want to write a paper. Fuck that. So I swindled my teachers into letting them think that I should do like vlog videos instead of a paper for things because it was more suitable to my major, and I thought that writing a paper was disingenuous to my education. Oh, bye, Zach. Have a good one. So, you know. You know, like I legit don't do anything that I don't want to do. Bruh. Yeah, I was in acting school. Like, if you're gonna ask me to write a 6-page paper in a class that I really don't care about or don't need, I'm gonna swindle you. But I don't want to do the thing. Peer pressure is a great way to agitate me and accomplish nothing else. Literally. Like, actually, like, I just don't. It like I also have a problem with like defiance. What's it called? It's like it's not. I like it's literally just like I just always do. I can't do anything people tell me to do. I just can't do it. You know. So, are you playing the Miles Edgeworth trilogy? Did you look at the schedule in the YouTube community tab? If you didn't, or did you look at my waiting rooms? I don't know. I don't know. I think looking in those places might assist you. Just as a heads up. Sorry, I'm such an asshole. I'm just like, the information is already there. Why are we asking the question? So I'm like, I can tell when you didn't look. I can tell when you didn't check before you asked the question. Like I do this. I legit do this to everybody. I'm like, did you Google it? Like sometimes, like I don't mind sometimes giving the information, but like. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah. You know. So it's just kind of how it be sometimes. Oh, Nightmare, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, the message retracted. 07s, goodbye. It's no longer the flood. The flood is gone. It disappeared. It's Thanos snapped. Could you imagine being in a pool and everything is suddenly gone? I'm not roasting you. I just think it's funny. The tide is gone. Oh my god. But anyway, so what were we talking about? Me. But what's it called? Oh wait, hold on.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got a message and I was like, who is this? And so I was trying to make sure that I was like I answered it. Okay. But anyway, I was gonna say something. Shoot. Oh, what's it called? If you haven't already, please consider liking the stream. Helps me out a ton. But this will probably. Oh, see you, Requiem. This will probably be we probably won't do another mythology talk discussion chat. So this is probably the last one. We'll probably do a different topic this time. If we do another like discussion chit chat, we'll probably talk about something different. Because I think for these like discussion chats, I kind of want to keep them to 2 streams each. I know that everything always has like always has like more information that I'm able to disclose in each of the streams, or not disclose, but like able to get to in the streams. But not unfortunately, but like to keep it consistent with previous like deep discussion chats, I'm only gonna really do like 2 streams per, because keeps things organized, keeps things consistent, and so so you have to make 100 of this to completely exhaust a theme. Yeah, like I would have to do a lot of them. So I just want to stay consistent. Because we did 2 Glee talks, like 2 Glee Zatsus, and then now we've done 2 mythology Zatsus. The next topic that we will probably cover, we're probably going to talk Ace Attorney, because that was also a Donathon goal, where I sit down and I talk to you about Ace Attorney. So I will soon educate you all on Ace Attorney. Yeah, we're gonna do Ace Attorney deep dive. You guys are going to hear and experience the depth of Ace Attorney, the lore within my brain cells. And so I will probably, I don't know, you'll probably learn something new. So, anyway, remember, Hades, not a bad dude. Zeus fucks, Hades does not. So, Umi's Detective Gumshoe, you want me to talk like this? You want me to go, hey, pal? Hey, pal, I know that you're just hanging out, but you can't stay here. You know what I mean? You just can't stay here. Like that. Or like, pal, you keep, Mr. Edgeworth won't stop thinking about you. He keeps mumbling your name. Phoenix Wright, that Phoenix Wright, making him pace back and forth. I'm gonna have to buy him some new shoes. He's gonna put a hole in their soles. We can't be having Mr. Edgeworth be doing that kind of stuff. As long as you're not Larry, I'm not a fan. I'm not a Larry fan, so I would never. No, not Detective Suede Shoes. So next topic we'll be covering is Ace Attorney. We'll be doing 2 Ace Attorney streams. I'm gonna try to get some friends to join for these talks, because when you have been streaming for a bit and you have friends that are also brain rotted as fuck, sometimes you just gotta be doing fun. You gotta talk about Ace Attorney in a depth, because if you guys watched the Glee collab that I did with Jindo, we talked about Glee. We really talked about Glee. And so I'm gonna bring somebody on to talk about Ace Attorney with me. So hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to check if there's anybody for us to raid, but the person that I was going to raid is Elde, so never mind. We're gonna pick a different person. Let's see. Let me see. But it sounds interesting. Oh my god. Well, here, hold on. Before we go, hold on. So, do you need to know about Ace Attorney? Let me tell you. Okay, hold on. Well, hold up. Let me change this. I'm ending, but I need to, talking about Ace Attorney real quick. Okay, Ace Attorney. So this is a quick synopsis of what Ace Attorney is. So Ace Attorney follows the story of the first 3 games follows the story of Phoenix Wright. He is an Ace Attorney set in Japan. He's an attorney set in Japanifornia, in Los Tokyo. And he's a brand new defense attorney who he has to like declare his clients not guilty. And he has an assistant named Maya, and he's going up against this guy named Miles Edgeworth. He's a prosecutor. And basically the reason why he became a defense attorney was to meet this prosecutor Miles Edgeworth again. And he was originally a art student. And so, yeah, it's called Japanifornia. And then he was like, damn, I miss this man. So I'm becoming a lawyer. And the games, the Phoenix Wright Phoenix Wright, what's it called? Was created by Shu Takumi. We love Shu Takumi. He was also the Japanese voice in the first 4 games of Ace Attorney. Super cool. He also wrote Ghost Trick. If you've played Ghost Trick, love Ghost Trick. It's yaoi if you want it to be. I perceive everybody in Ace Attorney as gay except maybe like Larry and like Edgeworth. But yeah, like if you watch the anime, Phoenix has like a scrapbook about Miles Edgeworth. And it's a really fun game. It's a visual novel adventure game where you take the role of Phoenix Wright and you have to defend your clients, and all of them have fun, silly names. Like the detective's name is Dick Gumshoe. You have hold on, I'm trying to think of some notable names. Larry Butts. And so the saying goes, when something smells, it's always the butts. There's, in the first case, literally the guy's name is Frank Sawit. And then you have Red White of Blue Corp. Like April May. My client said no homo. Oh my god. Thank you for becoming a member, Fro. I didn't know you stopped. Oh, there's brothers named Acro and Bat. Yeah, I can't believe Fro's a fake fan. SMH, Fro. But yeah, so it's basically a bunch of silly characters. It's a silly game that takes itself very seriously. there are total, I guess if we want to talk in timeline, like main games, you have the trilogy, Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice. This Friday on September 6th, they're coming out with the Ace Investigations collection, which is follows the story of Miles Edgeworth. Sweats nervously in my corner. I can't believe my manager's not a member. I can't believe this fucked up. Because it matters so much to me. It matters so much to me that my manager is a member of my channel, and it's just not. I guess I can't believe it. Clussy. Okay, she has a name. Okay. Also, also Zoltar drew me as Gero, and it made me so happy. Objection. This is too punny. Thank you, Zane, for the dono. Also, oh, that's right, because it's a certain amount that does the TTS. I forgot. But yeah, so it's a really fun, silly game. In total, there are 9 Ace Attorney games. Only 8 of them are canonical. Because it goes Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney Justice for All, Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations, Ace Investigations, Miles Edgeworth, Ace Investigations, 2. I don't know what they named it for the collection. Okay, well, okay. I mean, if we're not including including DGS, but her name is Gero. That's what I said. And then Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, and Spirit of Justice, and then they have 2 prequels for the Great Ace Attorney, and then you also have Phoenix Wright versus Professor Layton. You don't need to play the Great Ace Attorney. It's a completely new set of characters, but they are still very good games. Anyway, also, if you really like Ace Attorney, you have to play Aviary Attorney. I've played it. It's a great game. I will not stream it. But it's a good game. Very awesome, very fun. Definitely check it out. I definitely think it's worth it. Which one's my favorite? Trials and Tribulations. Well, okay, so Trials and Tribulations was really good to wrap up the trilogy. I think in terms of story, I think Apollo Justice is my favorite. But I think out of all of them, just in general, Trials and Tribulations is my favorite because I love one of the girls, like one of the characters that get introduced in the trial, the tutorial trial in Trials and Tribulations. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She's awesome. I'm not gonna explain too much more about the games. Like, I won't go in depth about them because there are quite a few people that are currently playing it, and I'm trying to scream at them to play it or finish it. I know that a lot of people are still stuck on the first game because Rise of the Ashes is an absolute pain to get through. And honestly, just use a walkthrough and just press A. Like, that's all I have to tell you. It's painful. Just press A and use a walkthrough. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming to hang out with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time spending time with me. I'll be back on Friday. We're going to be playing Ace Investigations. I'm super freaking excited for it. So at the end of every stream, I give out the membership count. We are at 410 members. Thank you for 410 members. And then also thank you for 29 tier 3 plus members. Thank you for with one more tier 3. Wait, what the fuck? Platypus, when did you become a tier 3? Holy shit, thank you. But one more tier 3 member and we hit 30, and then we'll have a tier 3 party. Yep! Wahoo! So thank you to my tier 3 plus members: Nightmare Platypus, Lilith, Random, Misfits, Isaac, Drisbane, Mike, Nico, Simpalot, Pat, Pigeon, Renee, Goat, Nori, Zane, Kumamoru, QQ, Flash, Fro, Dogo, Heath, Hellhorn, Denny, Fenny, Sky, Beatbox, Highway, and Keating. Thank you guys for being my tier 3 plus members. I really appreciate it. Yeah, 29. I'm just reading what's off of YouTube. Thank you, thank you. For those of you who are not tier 3 plus members, what's it called? At the end, and you guys are thinking about it, I am working on trying to provide more content for tier 2 and tier 3 plus members. Currently too busy to actually start implementing it just yet, but I do intend to at some point. I really want to. So as of right now, tier 3 plus members, we every milestone for tier 3 plus members, I will do like a little party that is tier 3 plus exclusive, and usually I think this time we're gonna watch Game Changer, and the way that we can do this is I'll set some stuff up in the Discord, and then we'll talk about it. But what is it? Oh my god, Avalanche! Thank you for becoming a tier 3 plus member. Woo! Yeah! Wait, hold on. That means I need to do this again. Hold on. And every time somebody joins, I have to start over. I have to say everybody's names again, so that in case that wasn't clear, I know some people like to abuse that, but. Yeah, buddy! Okay, so thank you for thank you to my tier 3 plus members. Nightmare, Platypus, Avalanche, Lilith, Random, Misfits, Isaac, Drisbane, Mike, Nico, Simpalot, Pat, Pigeon, Renee, Goat, Nori, Zane, Kumamoru, QQ, Flash, Fro, Duggo, Heath, Hellhorn, Denny, Fenny, Sky, Beatbox, Highway, and Keating. Thank you guys for being tier 3 plus members. Woohoo! Thank you. Hell yeah, thank you. So I'll plan that really soon. Also for tier 3 plus members, like I said, I am trying to plan more stuff for you guys, along with tier 2s. If you are watching and you're a tier 2 member, I promise I'm working on it. I'm just very busy at the moment. But as of right now, tier 3 plus members, you guys grab or you guys get what's it called, like personal journal entries. You guys get journal entries that are like a little in-depth, and you guys also get like a sneak peek into what I'm planning for the future, and kind of just like you get to read where I'm at emotionally. And so oh, and then tier 2 plus members, you guys get to see pictures of my cats, so that way you can put a face to the name. So when I talk about my cats, you get to see them. So how many 3s is that now? We're at 30. So the next goal will be 40. And every time someone joins tier 3, I have to start over and save everybody's name. Yeah. So that's how that works. I'm excited. I've never seen them before. My cats? Yeah, there's pictures. They're honestly, if you look in the community tab, they're already there. I try to remember to post pictures of them every so often, but like my cats don't like to take pictures. They used to love it, but then when I started streaming, so I used to be a face cam streamer, and I used to bring my cats on stream all the time, and they've learned that when they see a lens to like look away, and it's so annoying. So fucking annoying. They're like, oh my god, mom is taking pictures again. And she's using me for clout. I can't believe this. So fucking annoying. So stupid. I love my cats, but oh my god. So dramatic. Anyway. So, oh, also, I'm remembering now as well. What's it called? When we hit 450 members, when we hit 450 members in total, I'm gonna do a tummy time video as requested. So if you want a tummy time video, we are 40 members away from a tummy time video. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. I had a lot of fun chit-chatting. I really enjoy getting to talk about like the really niche things that I really like. I don't get to talk about them all too often. And so even if it was like your first time hearing about Greek mythology or anything like that, I'm very grateful you took the time to listen to me. And so what's it called? Oh, Abyss Gang. Abyss Gang, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for letting me be part of your day. Thank you for what's it called? Thank you for putting me on the background, or you know, whether it be putting me on the background or like, you know, you're actively watching. Thank you for letting me be part of it. I really appreciate it very, very much. And you know, I hope that you enjoyed listening to me ramble. Chat, make sure you say hi to Abyss Gang. And yeah. So we're going to raid somebody. Ooh, okay, we're gonna raid Kitty Kilovolt, because she's raided us a ton and I haven't gotten a chance to raid her back, so I want to do that. So here you go. Here's a raid call. And if you haven't, please consider liking the stream. It helps me out a ton. We're like 25 away from 200 likes. Let's fucking go. And so if I don't see you in the next stream, I'll see you in the Discord server. The link for the Discord is in the YouTube description. Don't be scared of it. Unfortunately, there is a bot that will ask you to verify that you are real, because I don't want the Discord to get botted. And so I just want to protect you guys and me. And what's it called? And then if I don't see you in the Discord server, I'll see you on Twitter. And if I don't see you on Twitter, whether it because you don't have one or it got banned, I'll see you in the next one, or I'll just see you when I see you. So when I say Otsu Umi, you say Otsu Uwumi. So Otsu Umi. Bye bye.